Welcome, everybody, to Season 1, Episode 2 of The Uprising. I'm your host, The Most Choice. This is the place where all of the good vibes reside. ESO, as always, my bro god in crime, Adi behind the camera working the thing, you feel me? So, on this episode, we do have one of the top, in my opinion, one of the top, and it should be your opinion, one of the top artist that has ever set foot in this city, set foot in this house, set foot on this couch. Y'all make some noise, show your love, appreciation for the homie Sideshow, Tylt, my man.
You know what it is.
My boy. We made it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was just a little bit of a backstory. I've been knowing Tylt for a while, man, a long while, man. Like, it's like
6 years?
Has it been 6 years?
The Artistry Hub, bro. 2018. 2018.
It's been a long time. So, just know, like, it's all love, man. And I just want y'all to get a chance to, like, and there's still things I probably don't even know about them. But, we're going to dive deep. We're going to dive deep, man. I'm getting ahead of myself. So my boy, Sideshow Tylt, man, just tell the people where you're from, man. Tell them, just give a little bit of background about yourself for the people who don't know you.
Well, Sideshow Tylt, man. Originally born and raised in Hampton, Virginia, moved out to Texas when about 10 years old. So I would say I'm raised from Texas as well. So I rep it so hard. Just around the area, man. DFW, Urban, Texas. Shout out to the cricket. Southside, you know what I mean?
I see. I'm learning. I didn't realize you were from Hampton, Virginia.
Yeah, man. Same place, right across the street from Allen Iverson. I knew him growing up. He threw a football with me. His mom was, I ain't going to speak on his mom negatively, but she lived around the way as well. So, it's just a lot of people came through our hood, man. Langley Square, shout out to Square.
So when did you? Because we're gonna get into the hoop. But when did like music play a role for you when you were growing up? Like when did you decide like you wanted to dive into something like that?
So I would say back when I was like 3 or 4, my pops, obviously him and his homies would record back with what they had, kind of like the Wu-Tang days, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had headphones on me all the time back then. I got pictures and stuff like that. And then I would say when I turned like 11, life happened.
Right.
And then when I turned like 11 or 12, I went and saw my pops in Arkansas. He had moved at this time. I'm in Texas already at this time.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's out there, and he gives me a notebook. He's like, just write. Like, whatever. Just write down whatever comes to your mind. So, like, I was rapping about guns and stuff. I ain't never had no guns before, man. I'm not that type of dude. Send me automatic spray.
Yeah.
I was rapping stuff like that. And then I had an 8th grade project, and my pops passed in 8th grade. Unfortunately, passed April 10th. And I had a project in May, and it was a spoken word project. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. But going to my pop's funeral, and they asked me to speak there, and I kind of said a few words, kind of gave me some courage going into it. And so did the spoken word project, and my teacher, like, everybody's in tears. And I was like, yeah, for sure. Okay, I think I like this. I know how to stand up in front of people and talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, me and my boy Cody Jackson, shout out Cody J on my song Find a Way. We'd be in the back of geometry class, man. Instead of doing math problems, we in there making beats and freestyling. Like, that's 8th grade. And then kind of cooled off until like the tail end of high school. Shout out to Cliff, shout out to Jason Inkpack, man. Stick still raps. Cliff Peruter, he produced Energy for me, man. A lot of songs done together in our group. We were DFW, down for whatever. It was a nice little group we had going for a couple years. And I went to Tech, and they ended up going UNT in Arizona, so we split up. Did a nice show in Dallas at one point.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was kind of like solo missions. I was in college rapping, and when you do things, like as you guys know in ESO, when you do things, you naturally attract people who have that same type of aura. So, I've gathered some friends, and we started a little group, Inner Circle, and, that really turned into like my Inner Circle group of friends. And, still to this day, shout out Jacoby, shout out Justin Bates, shout out Carter, you know what I mean? We still be fucking with each other, messing with each other, you know what I mean? I don't know if I don't care about the cuss, man.
We can cuss on here.
Shit. Yeah. Facts. But I still rock with them, and those are my people. And at some point in time, even Justin looked at me and was like, bro, like, you can do this, like, you got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I got to do this. So then I went solo when I graduated college, came back, started teaching, but I was still rapping. And I worked with the artist, DJ Cantu. Our work didn't go the way I wanted it to. No offense to him, no offense to anybody, but just didn't work out how I wanted it to. And so I kind of died off for a little bit, and that's when I was working with Maintain. I performed some of them tracks actually.
Yeah.
Then I locked in with Frank.
And everything changed.
Like my boy, shout out Noe Garon, man. Shout out my boy Noe. He put me on with Frank. Was like, yo, man, you should do a track. Me and Frank actually did a track before that when I was still in college on my Seize the Moment album called Further. And I can show y'all that track, but back then I was like, yo, this is different. You know what I mean?
The energy just felt like
it felt like my words needed to be on his beats, man. And felt like the beats that he made are curated for my voice. And that's what I feel like every time I hop in the booth with him, man. It's magic. And so, I got 3 albums down. We got the Sideshow, we got Well Seasoned, we got Level Up, 4 albums down. My bad. We just got to drop the last one, the Lo-Fi Vibe Show. The 5th is on the way, baby. Keep going. You know what I'm saying?
So your pop's passing. So you said you were 10 years old?
I was 13. 10 when I moved to Texas.
Where did that mindset like put you at to be like, cause like, so first off, like was you and your pops relationship, you had a good relationship?
I'll get a whole story. So my pops and moms kind of split when I was 7 or 8, around that time. I went to DC for a summer, then moved to Texas. My mama then came to Texas, and my pop stayed in Virginia with my brother, my older brother Tris. And Tristan got in some trouble because of all of that. White collar now. Tristan got in some trouble because of all of that, and getting into the wrong lifestyle. Newport News, Hampton, Virginia is a bad area, so it's easy to get wrapped up in some things. And so my dad eventually moves in with his mom in Arkansas, and so that's when I started going out there when I was like 11, 12. He came and visit. I wouldn't say we were just like super tight, but my pops was a coach. He's done some things that I aspire to be better than him as. I see him as a bar to cross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how any son and father should be. That's how I see my daughter should be for me. Wherever I reach for my height, I hope she can surpass that. So, I definitely wouldn't say I had a great relationship with him, but I knew him and I loved him. You know what I mean?
So needless to say, that passing kind of hit you.
Yeah, it definitely
hit really hard.
It changed, man. I would say it hit me hard, but it really opened up my eyes to how great humanity is. Because me being, my mom's single parent, we were living in the time when we moved to Texas, we lived with a whole other family in a 2-bedroom. It wasn't anything nice, you know what I mean? And so me being in the situation that we were in, my mom wasn't able to afford us to just go down and take that trip to Arkansas for the funeral. And so my teacher, Karen Hinkson, she like my godmom at this point.
Yeah.
But, back when I was 13, she's my 8th grade teacher. She just gathered some teachers and some funds and helped for my mom and I to drive down there. In the death, I was like, everybody's sad. I'm like, man, it would be sad if we couldn't even get here. The real eye-opening thing is that people are kind enough in this world while we're living to give you opportunity.
Right.
And that's what I base my whole lifestyle on. Like if you know me outside of music, I'm trying to provide an opportunity through basketball, through teaching, through my music. If you're listening to me, man, I'm giving you an opportunity to live. Absolutely. Like you can live through my music. I promise you. You got to slow down and listen to the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So did your dad instill that your love for basketball? Was that came from him, or was that already kind of like a thing?
Man, when you put a tiger around a bunch of gazelles, it's gonna naturally want to eat. So when you put somebody in an environment, that's what they conform to. You put somebody in the streets, that's what they're gonna become. And they put me in the gym. My dad was coaching. He put me on the field. My dad was a coach.
Yeah.
My mom's loved the sports. So everybody, we just stayed in the gym. It was a way for us to not be in the streets, and not be in the hood, and not be in, get caught up in the slanging or the banging that they were doing over there.
So that was the whole family, like so you have like an athletic family.
Yeah, my dad was 6'3", 300. My dad's Samoan, man. He was a big dude.
Stop for real.
I'm a little lady. She like 5'3", 5'2".
Wow.
She 5'1". But
You're part Samoan.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea. I had no idea, bro. That's crazy.
But
finding out something new. I told you, we get the scoop.
Yeah. Every time, man. And I wouldn't say we're an athletic family, man. We're just a community. There's a lot of kids from broken homes in our neighborhood in the square, and so my dad would just take them in and, hey, man, let's meet me here. Let's play football. And there was a crazy case, like a kid killed his parents that was on our team, really? And like we had to see my parents go through stuff like that. They have to adjust and live and show that emotion. And seeing that, man, I've been through that stuff as a coach as well, where I have kids dang near wanting to commit suicide, and they calling me as the coach, can you help me, please? Like, I don't know, I don't want to be here. And and I've been in those situations, and it gets like that. You know, the mental of the human is deep, but
So
it inspires a lot.
In a crazy full circle sense, you're just like you alluded to earlier, just kind of like furthering a legacy that was placed upon you by your father, as far as like helping, you know, being that mentor to these kids out here that may be lost trying to find their way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a legacy thing because I don't know if my pops was doing it good. You know, I was there for 6-7 years. I couldn't see that.
Right.
But I know that in my heart, seeing other people struggle is not right. And if I can do something about it, I want to assist them in that. If I can educate them on how to not be in that position, then I'm going to do that. And you know, if as long as I'm able and willing to be in that position and help others, then I'm gonna do that, man. And I try to liberate through what we do, through music, through all our actions. You know, you do right by other people around you. You know, you got your boundaries and stuff like that. You know, you're not just gonna be a peacekeeper and peacemaker all the time. Sometimes you're gonna have to turn up and get violent with it. You know.
I mean, we don't want it to get there.
No, but you know what I mean? If you have your boundaries, you have your boundaries that you have to set.
No, for sure,
but
for sure.
No matter what, like that, my whole goal in life is to push positivity and to help others. Like help myself, obviously, but help others.
Were you nice with The Rock? I have to know.
Word.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll put it out there.
I am currently coaching AAU basketball, and I guarantee my players can attest. Yeah, I ain't gonna say I'm coming down and getting 20 points a game. I'm definitely going to score something. I'm definitely going to down something up, and it's going to be hard to guard me. I'm going to be scrappy and talk trash on D. I'm a nice hooper. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a nice hooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I would hit the weight room, I would be real nice, but I'm not 30 lifting weights. It's not for me, bro.
Was college ball or NBA ever aspiration in your head?
Yeah, no, I went to Texas Tech and, you know, played in intramurals and stuff like that. And through that, I got kind of invited to play on their practice team a little bit, tore my ACL.
Oh, man.
Got some gear. Was there for like a week. It was like, y'all can help with the bills. It was like, nah, bro, you're not on scholarship. Yeah, for sure. But, you know, it was a nice opportunity just to see like how big the basketball world is. And, you know, I put a lot of kids in position to be in that same world. And that's, you know, like I said, going back to it. That's what I do. So, that's my heart.
So Sideshow Tylt, where'd the name come from? Where'd you get that from?
So
rubs hands like Birdman.
I like the aspect of obviously the character Sideshow Bob, right?
Right.
I like the aspect that he is literally inclined. Literally inclined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He likes to write spoken, even though it's dark and demented and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. He's expressing himself in the way that he knows how. My hair is crazy. Not right now, but usually it's in a fro. His hair is wild. And initially, it was going to be just for an album thing. And the album was going to be a Sideshow Tylt Yoga Flame. But then I got copyrighted because we couldn't put Dalzim on there. So we had to edit it a little bit. Then we made the character more like me. Then I said, let's just go with that. Because, you know, my name before this was T-Time. But Sideshow Tylt, the Sideshow is obviously me. I really feel myself as I've never been the main attraction on anything. Like I know those people. I know the loudest in the room. Like they're my boys. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I've never been that. I've always been that dude. Like I'm just as nice as the dude that's loud, but I'm not. I'm chilling, bro. Like I've been on the side of the show, and when they come to the side of the show and they find out, they're like, "Oh snap! What is this?" It's like, yeah, it's the best kept secret, and that's me. Sideshow Tylt. You know what I mean?
So you hear that noise around the corner? Yeah, man. There's a lot going on over there. You might want to walk around that corner and kind of see.
And if you check out the video that I did with Janella, shout out Janella out in Austin, Mobbing for Crime, that was kind of the whole aspect of it, outside of the, you know, the relationship aspect of it, or I guess we went on like a park date or whatever. That was my homie, shout out Leah. But outside of that, the show performance part was like me behind the scene at a show. And that's me. Like, bro, I'm that low-key rapper that when you hear everybody like, bro, who is this? You know, it's not.
But you can't help but to rock with it.
Facts. Like, I don't ever plan on being the main attraction. Like, and if I am, then awesome. But I don't ever plan on being that. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing on the side.
Just keep vibing.
Keep rocking, yeah.
So who are your, like, as far as music, your influences are? Like, who would say your influences are?
Shout out Bob. Shout out Bob Marley. Just his peacefulness in music, his ability to just free flow and just go. Lyrically, I like Chance, man. Chance, when he first popped with acid rap, was dope.
Still slept on, by the way.
Yeah.
Just that project in general is still
his recent works that he's been doing, like his art projects that he does. He's doing like specific pieces for specific verses. It's different, but it's definitely good rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Growing up in the East, obviously my brothers listen to DMX and Wu and Jay and stuff like that. So hearing them, Questlove and those guys, you know, Black Star, just all the different type of lyrical rappers, man. I moved to Texas. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I moved to Texas, I was a biggest hater, bro. I was like, man, what is all this? Why they talking like this?
I done came down.
Man, bro, I was like, man, that's so trash, bro. I'm trying to listen to the East, bro. Where the East at, bro? And, you know, Texas grew on me, bro, because when you live here, you realize the culture and you realize everything else. And it's like, so Texas definitely influenced me.
I mean,
like my draws, my want to be, you know, me being in Texas for 20 years.
Yeah,
I'm Texan, bro.
Yeah,
like shout out to the East. I'm still the East, but shout out to Texas, bro. In the South, heavy. As far as artists, I like Gambino. I like guys that I can see myself. Like I can't get behind Macklemore. I think he's a solid artist, but I don't find any common ground with that.
Right.
But I also don't find common ground with like Youngboy or you know, Dirk. These guys that are in the streets, I don't like. I grew from that. I've seen that, but I don't want to. I don't.
You don't. So you don't view me as somebody that really fucks heavy with the mainstream. Would that be a fair thing to say?
To view you?
No, like you, like you like you don't.
I like mainstream artists. Cole's gold.
But okay, here's humble opinion.
Yeah,
Cole is mainstream to a certain extent. When I say mainstream, I'm thinking no, you're good. As far as when I say mainstream, I'm talking like pop heavy, trap heavy, 808, no message, just it's vibey, it's catchy rap. But it's not deep, intuitive,
like
lyrical
when Migos
thought.
First came out.
Right.
Virtual McQuan type rappers.
Right. Yeah, how do you feel about that difference between that and because you said it's a lot of people that you're right. Yeah.
It's a space for it. I mean, I wouldn't say I know those songs, I know those artists, and I'm not saying those artists aren't good. There's a space for that, but that's not my I look at art, I look at rap as with a degree of art. Like you put a certain amount of effort into it, like how do I say this?
Just say it.
Nah, I'm trying to formulate the right words. You know? Some people put a lot of effort into their craft, and there's specific things that they're trying to do with their craft. Like there's specific reasons why they say the things they say. Like if I put a bar together, you might not get it for 5 years, bro. But I know that I crafted that bar. But some people also just put out anything just because they want to sound good or they know that they can ride a wave or stuff like that. And that's, you know, more power to them. I'm not one of those people as an artist.
Right.
But I respect their artistry no matter how it comes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a difference between paintings and stick figures.
Facts. But it's both art.
It is art.
I don't hate nobody who's stick figuring it because sometimes I got a stick figure.
That is true.
Stick figuring is part of that painting.
That is true.
And you know what I mean? And so I don't ever feel like, and sometimes I hate them stick figures. And that's me. That's me. Like,
right.
And I feel like holier than thou when I do that. And I should. Because it's probably somebody looking at my stuff like, man, that's trash. He looking at him. He trying to say too much. Or he's using too much melody or blah, 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 blah. Like, everybody got their opinion.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't give a dang about none of them.
Yeah.
I do me. And I listen to what I like.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's doom, doom, doom. You know what I mean? I listen to some old trap. Sometimes it's, you know, some Rex Life Raj. You know, sometimes it's Smino. Sometimes it's, you know, sometimes it's Migos. Sometimes it's Thugs. You know
Disclaimer. We're not hating on no music. This is just a real conversation that happens because there are some people
that are trash. We ain't gonna lie.
Some people are trash, bro. And there are some people that you listen to and you like, it is a stick figure drawing and it ain't gonna get no better than that. You can see stick figure drawing as a basis.
Everybody trash and somebody are. But everybody else is treasuring somebody else. So it's just depending on how you look at it, man.
You just got to find your audience.
Exactly. You
find your audience. I listen to all music, so there's no hate. It's all love over here. But this is a conversation that has always been a thing. So we just bring real conversations to the couch. That's what we do here on the Uprising. So fast forward, Sideshow Tylt, my boy's out here rapping. My boy's out here doing this thing. Yeah. What exactly is next for you?
Well, I answered this in an interview prior with my boy TNT, Tellurian and Tim. Shout out to them with their podcast. I think that when you put an end goal on something, that it capsizes everything you're trying to do. That you're finalizing what you're trying to do, and I don't ever want to finalize what I'm doing. So, and that's why my next album title is "Keep Going." And if I talk to you, if you ever text me, if you ever send me anything, if you were just chatting, like at the end of the conversation, I'm gonna tell you keep going, because that's what I truly believe, bro. Like, do what you're doing, find passion in what you're doing, dig deep, and keep going. Because at the end of the day, like, what's left? Right. What's gonna happen when you stop? Like I pray at night, that my family's protecting everything, but that my heart just keeps going, and it keeps beating, because I love life. I love the way I'm living. I love where I'm at, and there's so much tragedy in it. There's so much sadness in it. There's so much terrible things going on, but those are a part of the story, and that's a part of the beauty that is life. And we owe it to ourselves to just continue and to keep going, and that's why that's how I live.
Your family, talk about that.
Wow. Shout out my wife. I ain't got my ring on, but she know where it's at.
When you first became a father,
yeah,
how was that feeling?
I felt unprepared, and I still feel unprepared to this day. Like, I look at my wife, like, how the hell is she doing all these amazing things? Like, she has like this natural instinct, and sometimes I feel like I lack it. And I'm a person that I like to put in work, so I'm gonna work at stuff, and so I'm good at it. And sometimes I feel like I'm lacking, and that makes me so mad. But my daughter's amazing, man. She's made my life better. You know what I mean? Just having people that are undoubtedly gonna have your back always, and making new connections, and just always having each other's back, man. It's a nice thing, and it doesn't work for everybody. And I know we in the age of marriage isn't needed, blah blah blah, and especially folks don't think biracial marriages should be happening or whatever, man. Your heart go to where your heart go, and my heart is where it is, and I'm good where I'm at.
Is that backlash that you faced with the biracial thing?
I mean, not to my face. People always say stuff. Right, yeah. Like I said, everybody can hate you from their perspective. Anybody can think you were a certain way from your perspective, bro. And I'm above all that. I don't care. I do not care. Like, I love you. Thank you for even looking. Thank you for taking a glimpse into my lifestyle and my life story. We above it, man. That was a big thing for me with my wife. Like, I think it still is insecurities, and it's like, I don't care. That's how you looking at yourself. But the way I'm seeing it, I'm not even worried about no flaws. Baby, we good. Like, it's deeper than what you can even see on the surface. So
that balance between music and family life.
Oh, she hates it. She hates it because it's not just music and family. It's music, family, basketball, teaching, just various things, bro. Yeah. Like, just me and my personal time, like, all those things balance. And I'm getting better at pouring more time into doing the family thing, and that's not taken away from, man. My wife's my biggest supporter, bro. Like, when I got that feature with Key, she's like, okay, I got it. Boom. And I paid her back, obviously. That's my wife for sure. But bro, I got a feature with Key. Like, we jumped on it because we seen the opportunity. And she was like, no, I know you want to do this, and I know this is going to be big for you, so let's do it. And, that right there, like, that didn't sell me on it. I was sold, when we leaned the seats back in the Jeep and just sold our life stories to each other. But, I was just more secured in it. Like, yo, she seriously believes in me. And then, you ask my daughter, what's Dada's name? She gonna tell you Dada, and then she might tell you Sideshow Tylt right after.
That's crazy.
Like, she's my biggest fan. She jams to all my stuff, bro. And it's like, I don't care who streams my stuff, how many streams I get. My daughter, like, I don't get streams if I could get streams for how much I play my music. I get tired of listening to my own music because my daughter wants to listen to it, bro, my bad. And my daughter wants to hear me. And so it's like, all right, Dada, I want to listen to this. Okay. And she, okay, she knows the words. Like, it's mind blowing for me, man. It's mind boggling.
Man. So if you could, I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here.
Yeah.
Take your style of your music. What current NBA player best resembles your style of music?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Ooh, see, why? Why though?
He switches it up easy.
Mm.
You know, he can go from being like this and shooting a three, and they can also go from. You got to see the interview. When y'all see the interview on this, y'all gonna catch it full circle. But he can also go from just dropping dimes and playing. But he's versatile, the most versatile, and I think that you can put me in any situation. Like I can do a track with somebody that I'm like, man, I don't see it in them. But I can do a track and be like, no, I see it in them now.
Great.
Because when you play in certain situations and you put yourself in certain situations, you adapt and you adjust. And I feel like he's the most versatile player in the league.
So the NFL season just ended.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to your boy Pat Mahomes for another ring.
Shout out Texas Tech, rack 'em.
But my question, I've never asked you this.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell did the love for the Buffalo Bills come from? Because I'm thinking, and now you're telling me Virginia, and I'm like, where does Buffalo fit in?
If you know anything about Virginia, they don't have a football team. The closest thing is Washington Redskins, right? That's my mom's team.
Okay.
My dad likes the Kansas City Chiefs for who knows what reason. He was a Marcus Allen fan. I, on the other hand, I just like Thurman Thomas, bro. Growing up, that in the early '90s, and I made a bet with my brother in 97, was it? When they lost to 97, 99, maybe 99, when they lost to Tennessee in the Music City Miracle.
Mm.
I'm like, I bet my brother, like, oh, if we lose this game, because we was up with like 10 seconds. If we lose this game, I won't ever like the Bills, blah, blah, blah. The motherfuckers threw the ball back. Hopped off on me. I cried 100 bro. And so then I started liking the Jets while in, and I was like, bro, this is terrible.
It just don't feel right.
I like Curtis Martin. He's another good running back.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just couldn't do it. Mark Sanchez officially made me
the butt fumble, bro.
He officially made me disassociate from the New York Football Jets.
Probably made a lot of people disassociate.
And I like Rex Ryan, and he went back to the Bills, and I was like, bro, I can't help but watch the Bills. Even when I was watching the Jets, I was like, the Bills do good.
But and the Jets had a good team. Darrelle Revis, like they had a squad. The Jets had
Chad Pennington at quarterback, bro. There was never destined to win. They had Chad Pennington versus Tom Brady, bro. It was whoever they had versus Tom Brady. But did not matter, bro.
Defense wins championships, right? And they had a decent.
Tom Brady was making Darrelle Revis look like what's his name from around the corner. Yeah, but no, it is what it is, And after that, I had to disassociate with them, and I still like the Bills. So the Bills just kept being my squad, even when they were start. They had Marshawn
circle the wagons.
Yeah, circle the wagons.
How you feel about the season?
If we lose Stephon, we lose him. Josh Allen is him. Like, we just literally lose in unfortunate situations every year. It's like,
do you feel like he needs more help?
No. I mean, what he has is enough. Run game is good. Developing is good. Everything's good. He just made the wrong choice on the third down. He threw a drag instead of the end route. I still see it. He was open.
This man he got this played out. He got this played out in his head.
I'm visually, I'm there.
So you are an anime guy.
Yeah.
And we do have anime playing on the screen right now.
Shout out Solo Level.
So what is your favorite anime?
Correction. I'm a manga guy.
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
excuse me.
But I watch anime as well. My favorite. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Give me one of each. Your favorite manga and your favorite.
Favorite manga, Marshall Peak. I'm still reading that. It's 3,700 chapters. Yeah, man. I still write verses better than you, and that's what I do in my pastime, brother. Yeah, man. And then
Flex.
Yeah, this is subtle. And then my favorite anime, man, Yu Yu Hakusho, still to this day. But One Piece is definitely up there. Like, yeah.
I've never seen One Piece. Right. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho. It's something about these extra long ones. If I haven't started it yet,
he ain't got time.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm married, 2 kids, full-time job, music. It's a commitment, bro.
It is, man. It takes time.
If you're not halfway invested in it already, that's why I picked the animes that got 3 seasons,
Facts.
2 seasons, 4 seasons.
My daughter watching One Piece with me though, so I started that with her when she was 3 months. So she's all the way caught up to the Kaido. I'm obviously past that. I'm on Egghead with it.
Yeah,
but she's getting there, man.
Does your wife like anime?
Yeah, she's not the biggest fan, but she definitely watched One Piece. I watched her cry on the episode.
Stop,
when she thought Zoro was gonna die. At the very beginning when Mihawk hit that man with that slice. Luffy. I promise. Yeah. I can write bars about it, but I choose to stay above it for now.
Talk about the song that you're gonna perform for us today.
Man, I like rapping, bro. Sometimes I mess up and it's weird, but I really like rapping, and everything that you just heard in this interview, you probably will hear flashes of it in the song. Mm-hmm. And I didn't intend on that, but I'm guaranteeing that's what it's gonna be, because that's my artistry is who I am. I've been doing a lot of perspective writing. Like sometimes I write songs and lyrics, and my wife is like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just writing from different people's perspectives." Like when I go out and sit at a restaurant, I go sit and watch other people. Like I make up stories like, they probably disgruntled at work. They just need a release. It's their fourth one. Bro. That chicken parm look good though. You know what I mean? And this is their flavor, and this is what they like to do. And so from that, I can kind of write my rhymes like that.
Bro. See, I hate you. And the reason why I say I hate you is you basically took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. I when I lived in Georgia, I used to go visit my now wife, then girlfriend, when she was living in Orlando. And I used to go on a Greyhound 4 hours. And I literally did the same thing. I would people watch. Yeah. And I would write stories about people. Like a lot of my stuff now, and granted, there are still some stories that I write now. Like some of the music that I write isn't about me. Some of it is just a perspective.
Facts. That's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Artistry is always perspective.
Right.
Sometimes it is first person perspective, but artistry is always perspective. When you look at a painting, that painting could be about this or that, but it's about this, how you look at that painting for you to really understand the art. So some people are simple-minded with it, and they're like, "Oh, you talking about this?" No, listen. Hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is an actual situation. Now, if it is me, I'm gonna put my name on it. Right. It's like I'm gonna say I'm gonna put my name on it. But that's exactly what I used to do. I used to just write stories. I used to look at people and look at guys on the bus, and I'd be like, "Man, I wonder." And I literally the same exact thing. Yeah. I just start. By the time I get to her house, I got a full notepad full of stuff, full phone full of notes written down, man. So, my boy Sideshow Tylt, man, it's been a pleasure having you on this couch.
Yes, sir, man.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you a little deeper, diving a little deeper, man. Going and get the people, spam hashtag.
It's
let everybody know where you gotta go.
_TYLT on all things. I think TikTok, there's no underscore. Either way it goes, man. If you follow me, you follow me. If you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, you should. I'm not going to try to pressure you into it, but my music's good, man. So you might want to rock with it.
Hey, settle the score.
Yeah, facts.
My boy, Tylt.
We should have did that to me. That would be funny.
Hey, yo, ESO, The Uprising, Season 2, or Season 1, Episode 2. It is what it is. In the books right now. My boy Sideshow Tylt, man. I'm the host with the most choice. This has been The Uprising, where the good vibes reside. Y'all stay tuned. My boy Tylt about to blaze this mic.
Yes, sir.
Sideshow, Tylt.
I told him keep playing, yeah. Frank, we got one. I told him keep playing, now it's time to get it. Ain't really no use of staying on the bench. Temper tantrums, how I stay throwing fits. Different answers if you ask where I went. Gotta watch them there, copy your proxy and try to hack you for everything you can get. Big blocks, I was pinning they shit. Notes jotted, I was pinning it quick. Whip solid, I remember the Mazda, blacked out loot. I am your father, big rocks, I made it with lava, big shots, yeah. I'm playing Contra, sticks and stones. I'm rolling stone like the band. LFW, I stick to the plan. Couple Rexes hanging out in the safe. I can spot you if you need an advance. I always stepping on next, collecting the check. I'm standing on business. I ain't the typical, I'm too efficient. I've been a vibe that they recently missing. I was down bad, at a new low. I leveled up, now I want every penny. They saying they spinning, I'm needing them spending. They saying they playing, I'm focused on winning. Hey. Bling bling, watch me disappear out of class, reappeared in your top 3. Everything I ever wanted, near and dear, keep it by me. Try to keep up, I kick it in a high speed. Try to reach, get crossed, I drop 3. Used to have to wait, then I drop it like I'm Rock Lee. Open up the gates of my estate, you cannot see. Been in a circle runner, you can never box me. Box me. box me in. All of these chains screaming, lock me in. I'ma shine regardless, I don't need no gym.
Would you like to be featured on an episode of The Uprising? Send your submissions to eso.media.inquiries@gmail.com. Also, make sure you follow us on IG at ESO Media 23 for the latest updates.
From my losses, turn my lessons into blowouts. And saying I'm a showboat, I show up, I show out. White pan froze like she playing with snowballs with no gloves. Told her I'ma grind till we ball like a low buzz. Couldn't frame this picture perfect, nigga, out of focus. On maybe and y'all still getting no love.